The New Hampshire primary is one of the biggest events in the New England political calendar, so we have our political brew analysts here today to talk about it. Phil Harriman, Ethan Strimling, and Betsy Sweet. Thanks all for joining us. Appreciate it.
Nice to be here. Good to see you.
Big day. So the question for all of you, as was alluded to earlier in the show, does Nikki Haley have a chance at beating Donald Trump in this primary? Phil, let's start with you.
I don't think she's going to beat him, but if she's done the job that she thinks she has at attracting the independents or even Democrats who are not happy with Donald Trump, I think she can get in the 30, maybe 35%. I don't see her winning this.
Ethan?
Well, Phil and I actually have a bet on this, a cup of coffee. I think Nikki is going to win New Hampshire today. If turnout is really high, I think she's got a real shot. I think 35% would be a total disappointment. I think she'd probably have to drop out in a couple of days, but she's got a shot. I don't know if she's going to get there, but I'm hoping I get my cup of coffee. We'll see.
When you say win, you mean how much percent?
Well, it's going to be close. It'll certainly be single digits.
Betsy?
Yeah, and I think it's going to be very close. And I think, as Phil said, I think the big issue is the independent voters. And I think they have worked really hard to turn out those independent voters, because those independent voters, most of them are voting for Nikki Haley. So I think that's going to make a big difference. And if she can do that, she can come very close or win. The problem is the next ones, independent voters don't vote.
So then let's transition right to that, and we'll start with you, Betsy. Then the latest state data from the New Hampshire Secretary of State's office and the Maine Secretary of State's office showed similar percentages of undeclared voters in each state. Both Maine and New Hampshire have about 30% are considered undeclared. So how does this segment, in your opinion, affect who gets this Republican nomination in each state?
Yeah, and I think it's huge because in New Hampshire, as it's been for many years in New Hampshire, and it's just newly true in Maine, if you are an independent voter, you can just go in and ask for a Democratic ballot or a Republican ballot without becoming a member of that party. So I think those voters who want to go in and say, hey, we don't want Donald Trump. We don't want a Trump-Biden rematch. They're going to go in, I think, mostly and vote for Haley. So I think it's going to have a huge impact. I think it'll have a big impact here in Maine when we get to ours as well.
Ethan, do you agree?
I don't think it will have a big impact in Maine. Honestly, it's very new. It's not something that people are used to, and I also don't think at that point it's going to be a very competitive race. So, but in New Hampshire, it's a huge deal, and I think the high voter turnout, they're talking about 55-60% of independents. If it's that high, then for sure Nikki Haley has a shot. So yes.
You agree, Phil?
I do, but I'm not sure all of the independents are going to vote for Nikki Haley. I think there's some feeling out there, I've got to send a message that I'm not for Joe Biden. And I think there are some who are out there saying, Chris, you know, after all that Trump has been through with all these indictments, I got to show my support. I think there's going to be some independents who are going to vote for Trump because of this.
So, and I also think there's going to be independents who vote on the Democratic side. I think there's a lot of people in that independent cohort who say, we don't want Biden or Trump, and we don't want a Biden-Trump rematch. So it'll be interesting to see. There is a Democratic primary with two other candidates, so it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out as well.
Just very quickly, yes or no, do you think that the way New Hampshire votes in this primary would indicate how Mainers vote in the Maine primary in March?
No.
No?
No, I mean, it's always very different. It's Super Tuesday by the time it gets to us, so it's another 6 weeks from now, 6 weeks from now, so it's a long way away to that point, so no.
No, I don't either. By March, many of these candidates will be solidified. What's going to take a little while tonight, Chris, is these write-in ballots. They're going to take a long time to count them.
Yeah.
Don't expect early results.
We have plenty more to get to. You guys will be here at 5:30 as well.
Yes.
We'll come back to you then. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.